Welcome to another episode with Astro Auto Repairs. Can you dig it? Today we got a 98 Honda Civic LX. The complaint is the battery terminals are corroded, and when they're corroded, it can cause a car not to start sometimes. A backyard mechanic will tell you need a battery or a starter, and that's all it is corrosion on the terminals. So we're going to get some terminals on that. And as a matter of fact, let me get the camera and I'm going to show you a close-up on this. So let's check that out. Okay, here we have the battery terminals. Now the ground is not that bad, but these terminals, the original ones, are prone to corrosion and all. So it's a good idea to change them if you have them. Now if you notice, the positive, that's the one that's really bad. Especially when you look down here into the wire. See all that corrosion? That will definitely cause this vehicle not to start. Give this customer really bad times. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this down to about here to get down to some nice clean wire, clean off the posts, install the new battery terminals. Alright, we're just waiting for Fisher Auto Parts to deliver us some new terminals, some good terminals. If you get terminals, get some good ones. There's some cheap ones out there which would do nothing but cause you problems. Alright, let's wait till Fisher come here and we'll get these terminals. Alright, here comes Fisher Auto Parts. Man, that car is actually close behind him. Okay, let's go get this. Let's go get these new terminals. You know, Fisher definitely is the best out. Is the best out here. All right, let's get these parts. Okay, we just got our new card of battery terminals from Debbie from Fisher Auto Parts. Hey, Debbie. Hey. All right, let's get these cards and put these terminals. Okay, the terminals we're going to be putting on is DECA. These terminals are really good. Now, if you want to know the difference between good terminals and cheap terminals, at the bottom of these, the cheap ones, the nut, they'll come right out if you unscrew that too much. If you unscrew the bolt too much, the nut will drop right out. Those are the cheap ones. That's how you're going to tell. The good ones, the nut is built into the terminal itself. All right, we're going to get two of these off of the card, and let's get them. Okay, we got the two new terminals. The first thing we want to do, move the terminals out the way and clean up these battery posts. And you can either get this tool here, which just fits on it, turns around, spin it, and you can see the shavings come off. Clean that terminal right up. The negative terminal is smaller than the positive. That's why there's two ends to this tool. So on this end, you turn it around and get to the positive side. Now, my preference, we just got this one, but I like the one with the wire brush inside. That's a lot better. That's why I brought this over here, because clean it up real good. Now, a lot of mechanics make the mistake and try to put the terminals on the wire first. We're going to do it an easy way. We do. Got the new terminals. They're all cleaned up and all. We're going to install them first on the battery. Now the positive one, because that post is bigger, you might have to take a hammer or something and tap that post down to open it up. Just be careful that it doesn't open up and touch the nut on the end. If it does, open the nut up a little bit, tap it down more, just like that. Next, I'm going to tighten up both nuts. Now for the fun part. The next thing we're going to do, let's start with the negative terminal. We're going to cut this terminal off right where it meets the wire. Like that. Then we go over here to the positive. And this one's corroded. And wow, look at that. The wire is actually coming apart. So what's one? We're going to do the same thing. Remove the cap. Remove the boot. And there we go. So all that corrosion coming out of there, yeah, we're going to get that out of there. You know, there's a lot of corrosion in these wires. So we're going to cut it back a little bit further so we don't have to deal with that corrosion. And look at them. Oh yeah, that's much better compared to what was here. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to take a razor blade, we're going to cut it back about 1 inch. Cut the sheathing back about 1 inch on each 3 of these. Alright, let's get us a razor blade and cut them back. Okay, we got our razor, about 1 inch, 1.5 inches. We're going to make a circle around the sheathing. And then put a slit right in it. Then it pulls right off. Look at that, very professional, not all messed up looking. That's what we're looking for. Twist that, keep that to the side. Now we're going to do both of the positive terminals. Move some of the wiring on this. There we have it. All 3 wires shaved back, nice and clean, no corrosion. That's what we want. Got the 2 positives over here and 1 negative. Being that these are tightened already, it makes it much easier to set these wires in there. The bolts on this is 7/16 or 11 millimeter. You do is loosen them up, bring it out just enough to get the terminal in there. Tighten it down. Perfect. Now we go to the positive side. Now on the positive, being that we got 2 wires here, I'm going to have to open this a little bit more. You have to hold the wires in place. Tighten down. There you have it. Brand new terminals, all the corrosion's gone, taken away. Now, what you can do is take a little spray, a little battery post cleaner, and you spray them up to stop corrosion come by. And an old trick that I've learned is you take a penny with some grease on it, set it in the middle of the terminals, and the corrosion is supposed to build up on the penny instead of the terminals. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but if one of you guys out there know it, post it. Let us know in the comment. Alright, this is another great job done by Astro Auto Repairs. If we can't repair it, nobody can. Check you on the next vehicle.